Day 2 of the 2024 Australian Sides Championships. We are an end in. Unfortunately, we've had a couple of technical difficulties in terms of YouTube. They've been a bit hard to get a hold of this morning with a couple of feeds, so something on their end. So we are here, we are ready to go, and it is Queensland versus WA in men's Alley Shield action. We almost lose some chalk there, but the teams this morning: Aron, Hewson, Barrie, Lester, Nathan Rice and Aron, Sherriff of Queensland up against Ben Leggett, Warren Holt, Shane Giudice-Nairn and Anthony Williams of Western Australia. Val Furbo is my name. Andrew Howie's about to sit down and join me, the Bowls Australia events manager, and there is the live scores rink below if you want to keep on top of what else is happening around the greens here at the glorious Club Tweed on a glorious Friday morning. Happy Friday, Andrew Howie.
Good morning, Val. Good morning, viewers at home. Another exciting day of Australian Sides Championships here from Club Tweed. Two class outfits this morning going head-to-head. And I'm sure it'll only build on what was a fantastic day yesterday, Val.
It was a brilliant day yesterday, culminating in what we streamed in the evening, or the late afternoon, that match between New South Wales and Victoria. And we'll go through the ladder in a second, but there it is, one to Queensland to kick things off. And the other two rinks down below on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Sean Baker's rink up against Blake Nairn and Kane Nelson up against Jack East. That's where we find Clive Adams, of course. Looking forward to seeing how he goes. But this one here, 1-0, and the masterboard on the top right-hand side of screen. Untimed 21 ends, that is what we're playing to today. And the ladders so far, we'll start with the men, because it is a bit of a logjam underneath New South Wales. It's very rare that 7 states gain wins on the opening day of action, Andrew, and that's exactly what happened yesterday, with New South Wales taking 2 wins from 2. Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, Tasmania, South Australia, the ACT, they go from 2 to 7th, but they're all equal on 1 and 1.
Yeah, very close, very close. As we spoke about yesterday, Val, New South Wales, on paper, probably one of the best men's team we've seen in a long time. But in bowls, paper doesn't mean much, but they've started well. They had a close victory yesterday against Victoria, and they sit on top with the only team undefeated at this stage. So I think you can put a blanket across probably 3 or 4 other teams in the men's field, and that's why we're finding the ladder is the way it is. So great opening bowls here by Aron Hewson. Just needs to run a little bit further.
Talk a little bit more about Aron Hewson a little later on in the contest. And so Northern Territory, the only team without a win on the men's side yesterday. They got very, very close against the ACT, winning 2 rinks in fact, but an 8-33 deficit in one of those rinks cost them in the end. So the women's, however, sees Queensland on top with Victoria. They're both undefeated. Victoria losing 2 rinks against New South Wales in that final matchup yesterday, and getting the overall victory thanks to a huge win by Lisa Phillips-Rinker, 25-11 over Natasha Van Eldick. And then ACT, New South Wales, Western Australia and Tasmania, they all sit from 3rd to 6th on 1 and 1. South Australia, moderately unlucky not to be on the board. They had a couple of close losses against Queensland and WA yesterday, the NT sitting on 0 and 2. So that's the state of play at the moment.
So Queensland putting some early pressure on here. WA on N2. So Warren Holt on the mat. Doesn't love it. Okay, big chance here. Barrie Lester looking to add another one here for Queensland. Yeah, good shooting, Barrie Lester. Warren Holt looking to correct on his first.
You can see there the little logo in the middle, Andrew Howie, of Baz's bowls there, the 400.
Yeah, yep.
Hit up 400 state games a couple of months ago, right here at Club Tweed for Queensland and Victoria. Wayne Rudiger also passed that, playing 400 for South Australia. That is a massive effort from Rudy, I think, considering they don't play as many tests as what the eastern states do.
Yeah, incredible achievement. Wayne Rudiger and, also Barrie Lester, who brought up his 400th in Test Series earlier in the year. So Nathan Rice as we can see, Val, this backhand traditionally has been the tighter hand in the mornings. It is turning back nicely, so could be a little bit of a change of breeze, and it's just found some of the players out early. So Queensland look like they're holding 3. So Shane, the WA third on the mat. I believe it's his first Ali Shield representing Western Australia.
It's great to see a lot of debutants here this year. It feels like there's been a few changes, especially to this Queensland lineup, and we'll move into a couple of those. You look at Aron Hewson on this rink here. You know, he's played for Queensland before. He's been at that top level. He's won an AO. He's won state titles, but he's played BPL as well a couple of times at BPL 12 and 13 for his home club at Pine Rivers. But hasn't been in this Queensland state team for a couple of years, and he's found himself back in the lineup. It's great to see that he's really finding form. He's and he looks like he's playing pretty well.
Yeah, I've known Huey for a long time. He's been a great player, a very solid player for many, many years, and as you mentioned, he's found himself sort of out of the Queensland team for a long time, but he could have easily played over 100 matches for Queensland. It's just one of those things. We're in a big state. There's a lot of great players, but great to see he's got his opportunity, and he's taken it with both hands so far. So, Shane looking to correct on his first. He has given this a bit of a chance here. He needs the jack or the bowl.
It's close.
Oh, well played.
That jack, I think, is cannon into the ditch.
Yeah,
oh, no, it hasn't.
No, it stayed up. Still at least 2 to Queensland.
It's probably a better 2. They'd be happy with that. And looking at Queensland's lineup, interesting to see Nathan Rice in the 3rd position as well. He skipped the last couple of years and even skipped to a point in 2022 where he was part of the best rink.
Yeah, it's... Lurchy's a great player. Obviously, still capable to skip any state virtually. Great, sensational player. I've had the pleasure of playing a lot with him at Helensvale. But I like what Queensland have done here. They've given young Kane Nelson probably one of the most exciting bowls prospects in the country coming through at the moment through the ranks, giving him a rink, which is great to see. So they're looking to the future and developing their players. So, it's pretty good luxury for Aron Sherriff having Nathan Rice playing 3rd.
Yeah. And I think we're seeing that. We're seeing a lot of young players get the opportunity to skip, and we'll have another one in our second match today, Kate Argent-Bowden. But South Australia's also got Nathan Black skipping. He's only 21 years of age, very young. Jack East on this green as well. He's skipping for the first time for WA because Cody Packer would have traditionally been in that role.
Yeah, no, it's great to see. Some of the states are blooding their up and coming players and giving them great opportunities at this level. They're only going to get better the more they play in that position, the confidence. So Aron Sherriff drawing another counter here. So pressure on Anthony Williams from the outset. He's still got a metre of room here, Val, to count. He's got to find a clear path, but is the tricky situation, and he just hasn't sent it.
The opening end for each of the WA rinks, not good. Down 6-0 on the master board. It's probably going to get a bit worse here. 3 taken out. Those black and sort of orangey red Drake's Prides were on show at the Australian Open this year of Nathan Rice. He was using those to perfection, almost culminating in a pairs title, losing out to Jack McShane. That's 4. And Joey Clark after that wonderful extra end. So that's a big start for Queensland. They take a 4 with the second end and move away 5-0 on this rink, but more importantly 10-0 on the master board. That's only after 4 completed ends.
They've well and truly jumped out of the blocks. Sean Baker 6-0 up after 2 next door.
Aron Sherriff hanging up the green and gold jacket earlier this month. One of the most glittering international careers that a Jackaroo has produced. He's been there and done that in so many events, became Australia's most successful World Bowls Championships male athlete last year. with 3 gold medals, which is quite astronomical considering there was only Brett Wilkie as a multiple gold medalist on the men's side before the 2023 event.
Yeah, great player for a long time. Represented Australia for almost 20 years, I believe. Decided to retire, spend a bit more time with the family, and sort of he'll still play, obviously, state bowls and a lot of events. Big congratulations to Aron Sherriff on what has been a remarkable Australian career. And he'll go down as one of our greatest players ever, I would say, Val.
I think so.
Aron Hewson, great leading, well played. And straight away, it's interesting to see Queensland go to this long length. It has been a tactic of Aron Sherriff for many years now when he's skipping fours or even playing his singles is let's go long, and they'll back themselves to outdraw their opposition on this length. So Ben Leggett here, his first weight's perfect. Just drifting through, but it's a great home.
And that's the thing, Aron Sherriff, he knows it's like, all right, well, if you can go with me, you can go with me, but I'm going to make you play as long as possible and make things as difficult for you. A little bit of a smog coming through Club Tweed this morning. Can actually smell something, maybe like
something
burning rubber. It's not pretty for those at home. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the pictures there. It's sort of wafted in. It's interesting. I'm not sure what it is, but hey, someone's been doing some donuts. Who knows? Barrie Lester hits his weight almost there. Would have liked a bit more. Won a few alley shields as Barrie Lester. Was part of that rink in 2022 for Queensland with Nathan Rice.
Yeah, Warren Holt's not far away here. Well played. It's a great shot.
It's a great state player, Warren Holt. Has been around for a very long time.
Yeah, good player. Wins a lot of state titles in WA. We've seen him appear at the Australian Championships.
Many times.
Yeah, many times now, the last few years.
Champ of Champs, I believe he's been to as well.
Exactly, yep. But no, good fella, good player. So Barrie Lester on the trot. He's looking to try and turn the shot bowl out, trail the jack himself. And he's played it well. Good shooting.
So this has been a really hot start from Queensland. 5-0, 6-0 and 2-0 across the 3 rinks. It's not saying panic stations just yet, but WA will want to get themselves on the board.
Yeah, you can't afford to start slowly against quality outfits like Queensland. You've got to be up and about. They're great front runners.
And it wasn't their day yesterday. They were on really shaky ground, in fact, because they lost to South Australia and then were down by 12 on the masterboard against Tasmania halfway through. Managed to come back and win. But, it could have been a very different story.
Nathan Rice needs to hold. Oh, he just hasn't quite run the journey, but look at all those Queensland bowls in there. WA need to give it a friend. Yeah, I think they've come out with a bit of a point to prove this morning, Val. They wouldn't have been happy with the way they sort of struggled through yesterday, but trying to stamp their authority on this competition this morning. Has he got the legs? His line's great. Well played. That helps a lot.
I feel like a lot of players from Western Australia are using orangey bowls.
Yeah, okay.
We've seen those 2 from Ben Leggett, those orangey ones, and we've got Shane as well. Sort of the Perth Suns colour, but yesterday Christine Ace-Watson and Christina Christic, the third and Skip, both had orange. Don't know if there's anything in that, but Nathan Rice
turns the bowl down. Not quite. Great effort. You see Anthony Williams indicate that Queensland are holding one, courtesy of the Barrie Lester bowl on the right of screen.
Shane Giudice-Nairn has really brought the sock game this morning. They are very, very high.
Yeah, he looks like an excitable character, Val. Haven't come across Shane before, but very enthusiastic, and yeah, he's repping the long socks.
Yep, that's almost like cycling socks that they wear in the Tour de France. Might be a cyclist, who knows? But
so are they contemplating playing weight to this head? They do have to be careful. I'd hate to get his orange bowl through Barrie Lester and remove both the WA bowls. If he is playing weight, it's sort of just an arrive. A couple of yards of weight, wouldn't do any damage. Let's see what he chooses. No, he's just going to be on the draw.
interesting delivery.
Yeah, beauty about our sport, Val, is doesn't matter how you get him away, doesn't matter what it looks like, it's the end result. And yeah, when I guess taking up the game, it's all about trying to find a delivery that that suits you, that feels comfortable, and I guess something you can replicate time after time. So that's how you obviously get your consistency in bowls, is being able to deliver the bowl the same, and especially when you're in those big pressure situations. So
that's what I think. We spoke about it at Worlds last year, when Barrie Lester was in commentary, and Baz said the same thing. It's whatever you can replicate time and time again.
Yeah.
If you can do it to the same results, then perfect. And even, in the women's rink here, or women's rinks, Deb Saunders, she bowls off the non-dominant foot.
What a shot here. Just needs to miss the jack. Oh, well played. Exactly right, Val. We're all built different. Where some are tall, some are short. Yeah, so it's just trying to find that delivery that suits your game.
And even had Damien Delgado on commentary during the Para Nationals, and he was he's made the round of 16 in the men's singles at the Australian Open, and he bowls in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
so
great player.
That's the beauty of our sport, that it is so inclusive, and anyone can be a shot, as you've said and alluded to. Anyone can beat anyone on their day. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's not looking like a Western Australian day, because 18-0 after just 7 completed ends. It's looking dangerous.
Yeah, Sean Baker's ring jumped out of the blocks. 10-0 after 3 ends.
We're at 5-0 here. Anthony Williams has a lot to do.
Yeah, it's important they get on the board soon. WA, they play their best when they're up and about. The teams, they're a noisy bunch of players when they're playing well, and at the moment we're not hearing anything. So it's very important. Someone across the board plays a big shot, gets the team into the game. So Anthony Williams, what can he do here? Yeah, he's unsure. I don't mind this. Arrive looks to be just a little touch high. Anything could happen here. Might have been the call. Queensland holding 3. So anything to the left of screen here for Queensland. It's a good result. Getting past the jack. It's where the jack's going to go. Yeah, well played, Aron Sherriff. That's perfect. That's a toucher. Yeah, big weight. Down the forehand. There's a gap there to get to the jack. Orange through the jack. Plenty of options. Just needs the right connection now.
Just didn't quite work.
But he has reduced.
Sometimes
2 to Queensland, it is.
Sometimes that is just as good as an end win, but unfortunately when across the 3 boards you haven't won an end, you really just want to see that little breadstick come up instead of the bagel. Queensland have a bagel, but they've got a 2 in front of it. And it's 20-0 on this masterboard. We're not even. We've just ticked over an eighth of this contest. This is a rocketing start from the Maroons.
Aron Hewson, he started this game well. Can he keep up the momentum? And he's very close again. Well played, Huey.
This is the exact leading that Omar would just be loving.
Yeah. Looks like the green's just freeing up a little bit now, Val. We've obviously had a bit of rain across the course of this event.
Don't think there was any last night.
No. A couple of nights ago, 35 mil. Just took a little edge off it, but greens are running nice this morning. Bowls finishing.
Yeah, even that tighter hand, as you said, from the first end, it's been moving a little bit more. Aron Hewson, this is going to go past, and that is something that Aaron Sherriff can certainly work with.
It's great leading. One on, one behind.
That's what they say. WA, they will be desperate to just see that score tick over for themselves. It's not a bad track here from Ben Leggett. And it does cut. Weight was pretty good.
Sean Baker next door. He's come to play this morning. He's just drawn the shot. I know it's early, Val, but I'd nearly like to see Ben swap over and follow Huey down on that little bit of a turnier hand. I think it's more kinder, more true. Just try and get your weight and line early on in this match. So Barrie Lester looks to chuck this one out a little bit.
Look at the way it's coming back on this rink.
Yeah, well,
on this hand, sorry.
Yeah, as I said before, this hand has traditionally been the tighter side that Barrie just played. But it's turning a little bit more this morning.
I think really important for Sean Baker's rink, and you look at that and you look at the results from yesterday. It was his rink that that cost them against South Australia. Not to be harsh, but that was the only rink that they lost. Wayne Rudiger was just on fire, and he was very happy with himself after play yesterday. But you know, that was a big result for South Australia, being able to beat Queensland, and it put them behind the 8 ball when it comes to that rivalry with New South Wales.
Yeah, it was a big win, but nothing against the South Australian team. When you got the likes of Wayne Rudiger, Scotty Thorburn, Nathan Black skipping your rinks, they're always going to be hard to beat, and just proved that yesterday morning. First game, enthusiasm's high, and then they jumped Queensland. But as we said, it's still anybody's. New South Wales undefeated after a cracking victory yesterday against Victoria. So Warren Holt,
he's motoring through.
He might get a good result.
At least it gets one of theirs in, because if you look at those 4 bowls to the left of screen of the jack, they are all Western Australia. Those ones in the immediate right, they're all Queensland.
He needs a sit. It's not bad. So Shane, down on his forehand. He's not far away.
Better.
What a great shot. Well played. Nathan Rice, down the forehand. Couple options, arrive. Sit the bowl, turn Aron Hewson through the jack.
He's gone out on a wide line.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that one.
Don't think that'll stay up at the back, so Aaron Sherriff picks it up. 23-0 here after 10 completed ends. This is turning into Tweed turmoil for Western Australia. They need to get on the board soon, because Queensland are already at the point where They could afford to drop an 8 on all 3 rinks and still be in front.
Yeah, it's only early, but,
but
it's starting to get a little bit worrying for the WA team.
And if you do go down, you want it to be now. And we've seen that fabled ACT come back from 50 shots down that you're a part of.
Yes, a shame. Not quite running the journey. Aron Sherriff, chance here. He's made a career out of playing these shots, Val. Forehand. Sit the bowl. He's using a turnier set of bowls, so he'll have no problem. Bowls. Yeah, no problem getting back to that shot bowl.
So you'll see those in action. Pine Rivers in November. They're the ones he uses for the steamers.
Yeah, he's chucked it out as well.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think he might have got a little bit of a gust there. The wind's sort of coming across from the other direction this morning. He's sort of been found out a little bit there, but Anthony Williams now got a chance to draw the shot.
You have the ties going on this morning across the greens here at Club Tweed. Northern Territory versus New South Wales on green 4. ACT versus Victoria, green 3. Tassie versus South Australia on green 2. And Queensland WA here on green 1 at Club Tweed. So make sure you come down and say hi if you're in the area, Gold Coast or Tweed. Aron Sherriff. What's he going to do with his last? Is he going to try and do the same thing as before? Forehand?
Yeah, shot doesn't change.
Much better line.
Yeah, it's just going to fade under, I think.
Has he got enough weight?
It's the issue with his first. He didn't really give himself a good look at it. He sort of was unsure where to throw, and he's just pulled it tight slightly. So WA, barring a little catastrophe here, will be scoring.
They will see that breadstick, or even better yet, a 2. They need to get themselves on the board. Because across the 3 rinks, it's looking frightening.
It's good confidence boosted chance here for Anthony. If you can draw the shot. These are the ones as a skipper you want to try and make count.
Anthony Williams. Well, to no avail, but importantly for Western Australia, there's a little 1 on their masterboard. They are on the board. And this Aron Sherriff rink will have a lot to prove this morning, because yesterday they went down in their rink in the afternoon to Tasmania, only winning by 7. It was a little bit of a scare. They were in front for the majority, and then... Sorry, they won by 18 in the end, but they went down to Kane Walker, Aaron Jago, Mark Strochnetter, and Michael Sims. Michael Sims is in some sensational form. Every time he puts on those Tasmania colours.
Good tactics here by WA. Straight away, shortening that length. Hasn't worried Aaron Hewson. He's nailed it once again. Playing well. Ben Leggett needs to drop a couple of feet away. Yeah, good correction. Well played. Yeah, good shooting.
Warren Holt do?
First in here, Barrie Lester. He'd love to try and trail this Jack down the line, around the corner.
Barry's got the lip zinc on. Kind of looks like that Friends scene, the Joey Ichiban lipstick for men.
Can't say I've watched Friends much,
really?
Val, and can remember lines in the show. But
hopefully, those who have watched Friends the viewers might get the reference, but very similar.
Oh, we've just got a cricket comment from Rohan from South Africa. Yes, no, well done overnight to your ladies team in
What
the world. They knocked off Australia in the World
did they?
Cup.
There you go.
Semi-finals.
There you go.
Yeah, but they're obviously too good, and just nice to see the Australian women sharing around the trophies.
We let you win.
They have dominated most major competitions over the last 5 or 6 years, but no, great to see South Africa getting one up on the Aussies. So just a confident draw here for Shane. Doesn't want to play too much weight at this head. Really wants to still build it up for his skipper. Still Jack on offer. Trail the Jack around the corner. Great effort. Perfect speed.
Nathan Rice.
It's a counter. Sorry, Val, you go, mate.
No, that's all right. I was just saying, it's just getting really worrisome for Western Australia. They just can't seem to find the groove.
So Jack East is on the board next door with a 3 against Kane Nelson.
Something. It's got to keep chipping away now.
What a shot, Shane. Brilliant. It's big. He's played a couple of bombs now. 2 ends in a row.
Of course, we'll get a few of the WA listeners or viewers shortly. It is still Nathan Rice playing a bit of weight here. Probably wants to miss now.
He's made it better. He's given his skipper a clear run in now.
We can, go on Aron Hewson's bowl.
I thought all the WA viewers be up, having
Still
a coffee or
12,
a tea and
6:12 in the morning,
and watching their team.
Some of them are early birds. I know Lara Butler was watching yesterday morning quite early. So hopefully they do wake up soon before work on Friday morning. I know Scott Hodgetts, he was in Tassie yesterday, was threatening to put the phone on the forklift while he was working to keep watching, but no such problem today as rain is keeping everyone away from work. So he gets the day off and he can watch a bit of bowls. So hopefully it keeps raining in Tassie today for you, Scott. Never usually pray for rain, but Kelly Nairn watching on, Blake's wife. So you are up very early. You are dedicated, and we appreciate you.
So Anthony Williams on his backhand. Desired result was to try and turn the orange bowl, find a clear path and draw the shot. He's just slipped past. It's not bad. It's where the Jack is heading if Sherriff was to make contact with Nathan Rice's bowl. But he'd be looking at the corner of Aron Hewson's down on the backhand. He's probably got 2 or 3 seconds. A couple of yards of weight. Aron Hewson through the shot bowl.
Spilled that out and hasn't quite worked out. So Warren Holt he planned that to perfection, didn't he?
Yeah.
putting one out there.
Giving Anthony a chance here. Draws a jack down the line. He could hold 4 or 5 here.
Would be massive. That's about 21-4 on the master board from what we've seen. Jack East picked up a 3.
Yeah, this is big. Draws a toucher. First part's not bad. He's close.
They like it. Anthony Williams just crashes in. That could have been massive.
Yeah, unfortunate. Played good speed for the shot.
Final bowl of this 5th end. Aron Sherriff doesn't need too many invitations. How wide has he gone here?
He has got a swoopy bowl, but will it get under? No.
Doesn't want to make it 2. Did he make it 2? Just the 1. So another one to Western Australia. Back-to-back ends for the first time this morning. 7-2 on this rink. 23 to, I believe, 5 now. Jesse Turnbull has come for the Andrew Howie experience this morning.
G'day, Jesse. Hope you're well, mate. Good fella is Jesse Turnbull. Had the pleasure of having a season of bowls with him at Hamilton a few years ago. He's now a Pine Rivers member.
And Pine Rivers, it's where Aaron Hewson finds himself. And that is where we will be finding ourselves very, very soon. I'll bring you the exact dates for BPL 20.
11 to the 15th of November, Val.
Oh, you're bang on the money. And that, within a month now it'll be completed, but it's going to be a marvellous event.
The new era, Val, new era. 12 teams. I reckon
All
we've
players.
got arguably some of the best players in the world for this event coming. We've got the likes of Alex Marshall, MBE, Paul Foster, MBE, Jamie Walker from England, Nick Brett, arguably played one of the bowls of the century. Catherine Rednall. We've got then the Australian superstars, Aaron Sherriff, Nathan Rice, Kelsey Cottrell, Christina Christic, just to name a few. It's the who's who of bowls, and we just can't wait to converge on Club Pine Rivers for what's going to be a fantastic week. Aaron Hewson, he's playing brilliantly here this morning, leading the house down.
4 of the World Bowls Series. Top-ranked males will be, or top 10 ranked males will be playing. In Aaron Sherriff at 3. Stuart Anderson has overtaken Izetzel Kepler at number 1. From Scotland, so 3rd different number 1 for the men. And then if you look a little bit further down, ranked number 13, Carl Healy, 14, Ben Twist. So many.
Yeah, all the information
players.
can be found on the Bowls Australia website. Under events, under the Bowls Premier League tab, it'll list all the teams, 12 teams, and the players are just outstanding who's going to be representing their franchises. So, of course, a big shout out to our 2 new franchises in the Geelong Jets and the Sydney Saints. It's great to have them involved, as well as all our 10 existing franchises. Can't wait for this one, Val, but plenty of action to get through here first at Club Tweed, and then, of course, we've got the Australian Championships kicking off next week at Broadbeach Bowls Club. So Warren Holt just slipping through here. He's not far off. Looks like still 2 to Aaron Hewson. In the women's event next door, WA hold a slender lead, 11-9 over Queensland. So they've started well. He's given it a chance. Just going to fade under. Ooh, not great. Not a great result for WA. And Nathan Rice, that's a counter. So Anthony Williams, skip for WA, is called. He's down on the backhand, looking to try and trail the jack. Got 2 or 3 bowls waiting. He sits the shot bowl, he scores as well. Option B, if he gets to Nathan Rice's bowl, he reduces the count. Be looking for about a yard or 2 of weight here. Give his bowl a chance. Turn through the shot bowl, try the jack. Needs to hold now. Great effort.
So masterboard, we've got Western Australia on the board across all 3 rinks, 23-6 all up.
It's going to get to a good home here. Well played. Plenty of bowls around it for Queensland. Okay, big shot here in the context of the game. Anthony Williams, 3 down. Needs to convert this head. Trail the jacks, hit the bowl. Good try. Wouldn't mind see Sherriff. Yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't mind to see him play the forehand here. If he does happen to turn his own bowl, he's only going to turn it to his, but ideally trying to beat the white on the bottom left of screen.
Is it going to turn?
It's a clear run now. It's a good home.
Barrie's sort of coming, across the rink towards the right of screen this time.
Yeah, I think that's what's made it a bit tricky this morning. The players are still trying to find, especially with those arriving shots, still trying to find their line. Traditionally, the hand Anthony's playing here, the backhand, has been the tighter of the 2 hands over the last few mornings.
Yeah, actually, maybe sort of going to from the bottom where the Australian Sides Championships logo is to the scoreboard. That's where the wind is going. Something very different. .21km/h winds.
Okay, Aron Sherriff. How does he draw another one here? Just back to the backhand. He's probably got 1.5 foot of room to count. Key here is not to cross the centre line. Oh, careful. Oh, wow.
He'll take it.
4's the call. 4 to Queensland.
Nicely done, Aron Sherriff. So, dropped 2 ends before that, only singles, and they score a 4. We're a quarter of the way through now, and they lead at 11-2 on this rink. This has been a really good start for the Queenslanders. Ray Thorne watching on from Sunbury. Jeff Wiltsos watching from Bonnie Dundee in Scotland. Beth Lipfin as well.
The scary thing is at the moment, Val, that Queensland up front are dominating, but Aron Sherriff hasn't probably found it yet. He was a little bit lucky there. He turned and turned the jack around the corner to his own bowls, but he's just sort of struggling for that line at the moment. But look out if he hits his straps. This could be very scary for the WA outfit. They just need to lift a little bit, just start building some better heads for Anthony Williams to play to. As Aron Hewson, he is on fire this morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, apologies for this camera. Just lost a little bit of vision there. Yeah, Robbie controlling those pictures. He'll find the solution, don't you worry. Just bear with us 2 seconds. See some of the apparel the players are wearing. Anthony Gregory watching on from Adelaide. Daryl Hughes from Texas. Bryce Cobb from New Zealand. Great to have everybody's company. Aron Hewson. He is having a dynamite morning.
Yeah, he's playing well. Great to see. Quick shout out, Val, to Darren Jackson from Club Helensville.
Ah, Jacko.
Number one supporter, but he claimed a gold medal in the disability singles event over a couple of days ago. So, well done, Jacko. Great to see you watching, mate, and hope you're well.
Serena Bonnell, I think, ran that event at Helensvale, and well done, Jacko. You're a star. Oh, wow. Maybe there was one person that was after you, Howie, in the commentary box, but we've had a comment here, Bowls Development, just wondering if Paul will be returning to the commentary box.
Yes, I believe at this stage he'll be commentating this afternoon's clash.
He will. You will hear the voice of the man of the people, don't you worry.
So Barrie Lester, great shot, perfect home. What can Warren Holt produce here? Yeah, he's just sliding through. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and change something here, the Western Australian combination. I think if I was skipping this team, I'd say next end, Ben. I think you need to follow Aron Hewson down on this hand. Try and just get him off rhythm a little bit. Might help Ben find his range. At the moment, they're just beating WA to the jack end after end. So Barrie Lester, another good delivery there. 4 to Queensland.
Going international this morning. Lynn Cannell watching again from Norfolk in England. Got Michael Maguire from Glasgow. That's where the Com Games will be. Just we're waiting, bated breath to see what the fate of that will be. Nathan Rice just sort of getting one around to the right of screen.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky to turn that bowl in. Ideally wanted to miss and get past. But it's not going to look pretty for Shane. He's got to try and draw the shot. Another bowl in the head would be great for WA. Good effort. Weight wasn't far off. Okay, Nathan Rice on his backhand. Ideally wants to miss the shot bowl now. Oh,
flipped it over.
He could not have made that any better.
No.
He's shut down the head.
And this is, again, looking fairly ugly for Western Australia. Down 28-6 on the masterboard. It's a really concerning morning for the men from the West. We'll bring you some live scores very soon as well.
Here we go. Is this weight, Val?
Could be. He's lining up for it, it seems.
Wasn't one of his better deliveries, but it's not over. Well, it is now.
We cleaned up all the orange, barring one. So this is now lying very precariously. This is at least, I'd say, this is at least 4. Probably.
Yeah, it's very ugly. That's the thing. He's... Oh, yeah, I've got a feeling WA should have probably just tried to draw there. Another one in the head. It's virtually left Anthony Williams with nothing to play. So Aron Sherriff, free range down this backhand, draw the shot.
This is looking pretty good.
Just wants to get a good result here. He doesn't want to fatten the target. Oh, okay. He's turned the WA bowl out. So it would be 5.
Yeah, that back bowl of Nathan Rice just lying out of the equation.
Thing is, he's given Anthony a shot to play now. He virtually had nothing before. He now can actually get the shot down on the forehand. Can afford to just arrive, sit the shot bowl. If he holds past the Jackie, gets to Barrie Lester's and probably
the way this morning's
gets third.
The way this morning's going, he's probably going to find the gap.
It's all about just playing the right weight here. Yeah. If he plays that right weight, he should be getting back to the head.
Yeah.
Looks to be on a high line to me.
That's way too much weight from Anthony Williams. Oh, no. Aron Sherriff. This is to possibly lie 6.
He's a lot wider.
I just don't think he wants to make a target, does he? They like this.
It's a good weight, he'll count.
Yeah, that'll count.
Yeah, what a great shot, Aron Sherriff.
And even if he does come on the forehand, that Aron Sherriff bowl does come into the equation a little.
Okay. Better track. He's played better weight to this. He's close.
Anthony Williams.
Wants it solid now. What a shot, Anthony Williams.
That is a save and a half. 6 down to 1 up.
Wow. Get around him, boys. What a great shot.
Cometh the moment, cometh the man.
Staring down the barrel of a 17-3 scoreline, and Anthony Williams has come up with the goods. It's a massive shot.
That was almost the tie right there. The masterboard would have looked extremely ugly. It would have said 34-6. 28-7. Looks a hell of a lot better. 11-3 on this rink now. That was a brilliant shot. And they've shortened up this length here. Oh no. Is it too short? They've called an umpire. This is not what Western Australia wanted. Well, while we wait for our umpire, we'll have a look at what else is happening around the greens here at Club Tweed. Go and have a quick check. Round 3 action this morning. Northern Territory and New South Wales. Well, whoa, this is something unbelievable. The NT lead New South Wales 21-14 in the men's competition. Daniel Baker leads Lee Schreiner 6-5. Mark Hall leads Ben Twist 8-1. That's after 17 ends. Aaron Wilson leads Tristan Smallacombe 8-7. What an upset that would be. The women lead Northern Territory 22-1, so they're doing quite well. Victoria's men lead the ACT 19-8. And Victoria's women lead the ACT 14-4. The South Australian men lead Tasmania 19-9. The Tasmanian women lead the South Australian women 18-12. Then that's it actually. I was going to do the WA men, but actually we'll go with the WA women and Queensland women. The WA women leading 12-10 after 14 overall ends. So Christina Christic leads Kelsey Cottrell 8-1. Lindsay Clark leads Hayley Packer 4-2. Chloe Stewart leads Lisa Featherby 5-2. So Christina Christic's rink really holding on there at 8-1. So it wasn't a legal length, disappointingly for Western Australia, because the length is now lengthened back for Queensland. But that is one to keep an eye on. The Northern Territory men leading the New South Wales men 21-14. That could be the upset of the century.
Wow, big start to the morning there for the NT. Can they hold on? A long way to go yet, but great to see the Crocs in the game there against the Blues. So Ben's, he's listened to me, Val. He's swapped over to this hand. I think this is great. Just try and get a bit of rhythm back and start peppering this jack. And just, as you can see, straight away he's forced Aaron Hewson to come onto his backhand. Hand he hasn't played much so far. Oh, he's got a good result there.
Great to have your company wherever you're watching around the world. We've got people from the UK, Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, South Africa. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for joining us here on Ringside Live for the 2024 Nationals. That is the most I've seen this ditch hand turn throughout the entire week and a half that we've been up here.
Yeah, and of course, if you're in the area, if you're a Northern New South Wales resident or just across the border in Queensland, get on down to Club Tweed. We've got 4 greens of quality action. The best male and female players in the country here battling out for their state. So, obviously, Club Tweed, what a venue. Fantastic facilities. Great viewing points from each green. So, if you want to come and cheer your state on, or you want to come and watch your favourite players, get on down to Club Tweed. It's Barrie Lester. He's playing well. Really backing up the brilliance of Aron Hewson here.
Baz is going to be your commentator next week for the Australian Championships, so he'll be locked in for all of the action that's coming up at Broadbeach at his home club. Philip Simpson watching on from sunny Spain. Whereabouts in Spain are you watching from, Philip? That's an excuse not to be at Club Tweed today if you're overseas in Spain. That sounds like a lovely time.
Barrie Lester. He's played another good one here. A little bit disappointed, just fatten up the target. Chance here for Shane. Okay, no, he's going firm. No messing around. Great effort. Removed one bowl, but there's still 2 down. Nathan Rice first in here. Looking to try and turn Barrie Lester's bowl. Little touch around the corner, be perfect for Queensland. Needs it to turn. I'd like to see him play a touch less now. Just trying down on that backhand, land the ball, trail the jack through to the ditch. We've got best back.
Phillips in Mojica in Spain. I've just looked up where it is.
Good spot.
Right on the beach.
Okay. Philip, if you know of any bowls events that need some commentary teams,
we will fly up there.
Sing out. They've
got to pay for our flights too.
Love a week in Spain.
Oh, right near Alicante on the coast. That looks magnificent. Enjoy your time there, Philip. Are you on holidays or living there now? We've got Craig Cochrane watching in Greenock in Scotland. Greenock. Great to have your company, Craig.
Yeah, I like this decision. Less weight, down the backhand. He just hasn't sent it. Okay.
David watching in Geelong. Used to play out at Geraldton. Watching Shane, Giudice-Nairn. Lurch just moving through, but...
Yeah, great home.
Yeah, very good. So Skip's come down 11-3. The last time out it was Anthony Williams who saved a catastrophe. Very welcome to come and see us at the Mojaka Bowls Club. Will you pay for our flights though, Philip?
Okay, Anthony Williams.
It's all right. When we do go to Spain, I will come and see you, don't worry.
Backhand with weight. Swing the jack in the ditch. Remove a bowl. Needs to hold. Wants it solid now. Well played.
Ended up getting a result onto Barrie Leicester, so they lie one up. But a lot of room for Aron Sherriff to get himself in here.
Needs to get to the bowl. Just going a little bit. Oh, he has. Will be the shot.
So 31-9 on the master board. The lead is trimmed to 22. We're in a bit of a holding pattern at the moment, but WA struggling to get off 3 here across all the rinks.
Anthony Williams has played 2 great shots here. Brilliant.
Well, there's a reason he's been brought in to skip. Does Aron Sherriff sort of arrive on this bowl and spill the jack towards his own?
I think he's going to go firm. Probably just wants to take, removing his bowl out of the calculation. So he's gone quicker. He is under. And it'll be 1 to WA.
So what they'd be very happy with, despite being 11-4 down on the scoreline now, they've won 4 out of the last 5 ends, Western Australia.
Yeah, Anthony Williams just needs his team to lift a little bit up front. He was down 2 again. He's turned the head in their favour. The end before, he was down 6 and he got the shot.
And he can't do it every time. They've already dropped 2 4s.
Exactly right. So just needs his team to lift a little bit up front and start building some good heads.
Masterboard says 33-10 now. Double check where that score change has come from.
Handy opener by Ben. Yeah, great shot, Aaron Hewson. Playing well. So next, all the WA women have jumped out of the blocks this morning, currently leading 22-14 over Queensland. So Warren Holt looking to draw the shot. Any jack movements would be great for WA. Yeah, Barrie Leicester, he's done well. Pretty good home if the jack was to Splash out to the left of screen. So Warren Holt needs to correct a yard or so away. Really just looking to draw the shot. Another close bowl for WA would be great.
Got Tom commenting. He's been watching from Ireland the entire week and a half that we've been here for the Nationals, and thank you for the very kind words. And yesterday's match between New South Wales and Victoria was sensational. And Philip Simpson talking about his progress at the Mojaka Bowls Club. He's the current club champion in pairs and only been playing for 12 months. So,
wow, that's a great effort.
Well done, Philip. Maybe come and play the Australian Open next year.
Well played, Shane. He's done well there. He's got second. Could have played that much better without getting the shot.
Got Vince Calabrese watching on as well. He's always watching ringside. Nathan Rice looks to be under and short.
Still a little tricky head for WA to get to here. Only one down. There's no easy path to the jack. Maybe contemplating playing down on the forehand here, potentially. It does look like he likes the backhand. Maybe those directions look like he's going to just give it a chance to arrive. Turn Warren Holt's bowl. Does get around Warren. He can get back to the shot bowl with the right weight.
Big few ends coming up from a Western Australian point of view. We are a third of the way through this tie. 21 of the 63 ends completed. They're down by, well, they've only produced a third of what Queensland have. Shane Giudice-Nairn
needs to hurry.
They're going to be leaving it for Anthony Williams to do again. Nathan Rice. Like a little vortex down there.
Yeah, great track. Just lacking a yard of weight.
It's probably as annoyed you'll ever see Nathan Rice. The most relaxed character you will ever meet. If the term "she'll be right" was in the dictionary, Howie, the definition would be just a photo of Nathan Rice.
Yeah, a lot of UK people watching, Val.
Yeah, fantastic. Got Ed Tuckey watching from Fairford, and Craig Rimington as well watching in Harrogate.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be tuning in for the BPL in a few weeks' time,
yeah.
Val. With
great time zone.
Yeah, plenty of UK players making their way out to Australia for this great event.
Morning sessions they will love. Aron Sherriff.
Yeah, what a great shot, Sherriff. He has, however, given Anthony a bowl to work off now. So there is a shot there. He can afford to just arrive, sit through Aron Sherriff's, work back to Aaron Hewson's. Needs to hurry.
Has he cut that hand off a little bit now? Probably not.
I don't think so. As you can see on the top left of screen, there's probably a foot and a half of room to count. The right weight will see Sherriff getting back to the head to score here.
Scotty Smith in Dundee, Scotland. This is great. So many people internationally watching. It's only about, I think, 10:50 at night in Scotland, I think, or in the UK.
2 to Queensland.
So they're back on the board and they continue. They've only scored the one single out of the 5 ends that they have scored on. But they lead 13-4. The end count actually sees Queensland only winning that by 1. They've won 5-4, but haven't dropped more than a 1. $11.50 in Scotland. There you go. Thank you. Got my time zones mixed up. So hopefully you're all in for a late night and you stay with us. Or if you are in Australia, you've got a whole day's worth of action to watch. Same with those in New Zealand. Shamu watching on. What has Ben Leggett got? It's probably the only time I've seen Aron Hewson sort of miss by a fair while.
Yeah, he's been smothering the jack this morning. But the beauty is he's missed in the right area. He's past the head.
Yeah.
I'd expect him to make a correction here.
Right, Aaron Sherriff, I don't think he's a fan of short bowls.
Although
And
doesn't love it. Here we go. Ben Leggett.
Bowl.
Chance to try and apply a little bit of pressure back to Queensland here. His weight's perfect with his first delivery. So New South Wales, Val, are clawing their way back against the NT. Then now only trail by 3 in the men's. In the women's, the New South Wales hold a good lead, 41-9 over the NT women.
That is big.
Vic lead both matchups. The men lead ACT 33-20 and the women are leading 27-11.
Could we be seeing a Victoria back-to-back in the Marge Morris Trophy? They haven't played Queensland as of yet. Double check when that match is coming up.
And Queensland obviously struggling a little bit here.
This afternoon. Victoria versus Queensland. That's on Green 4, so we will bring you updates. We're not going to be streaming it. We'll bring you updates. We've got Northern Territory and South Australian women to come. And that's the rinks between Colleen Orr and Kate Argent-Bowden.
Okay, Barrie Lester looking to replicate his first delivery. He's been playing well. She's going to run through, but it's a good home there. Covers the trail. Yeah, good effort, Warren. Just a question, about the grass. So it's a tiff dwarf. So it's not a weed. It's a grass. So in Australia, all our greens are grass greens. But in Queensland, and this sort of climate, traditionally you'll find most greens are the tiff dwarf type.
Shamu also asking, what's the biggest last end deficit you've seen overcome? I remember one at the Com Games. I feel bad for bringing this up for Ali Forsyth, but I think they had a 7-shot lead in the 4s and might have dropped an 8 in the final end. Or it was at least a 6. They scored an 8 and then dropped the 6. It was something like
7 or 8, I think, from memory, Val. Yeah, I do remember seeing that clip on replayed many times through social media.
was quite cruel.
As you can see, Nathan hanging his hands out there. The wind looks like it's changed a little bit on him. So chance here. WA. 4 seconds. Sit the shot bowl out. Yard or two away. It's close. Oh, look at it turn. What a great try. Aron Sherriff walking back to the mat. Needs to give it a friend. It's looking very vulnerable, the bowler Barrie Lester. Forehand draw. Backhand draw, my apologies. WA have got any chance of winning this game. I think now's the time. Anthony Williams, he's been playing well. Needs to play another big shot here. Remove the Queensland bowl, they'd be lying 4. If he stays 5. Backhand. Needs to hold. Okay, no damage. Okay, they're interested. Okay, doesn't change the shot. He is wider, but has he played the same weight? No. He's just left it out there a little bit and be disappointed with that. Great opportunity, but it is 1 to Queensland. They extend their lead 14-4 on this rink.
It's their second one only as we near the halfway point. Getting worrying now.
As you can see, Sean Baker's rink's on fire this morning, leading 15-4 over Blake Narn.
Yes, I can't quite load that scorecard from Birmingham 2022, but yeah, it was. They lost by 2 New Zealand and were up by, I think, 6 and dropped an 8 on the final end to lose. So that's the 7 or 8, something like that. Queensland lead 38-11. They're in a luxury, as I alluded to before, where they can afford to drop an 8 on all 3 ends and still be ahead. And it's very unlikely that that's going to happen. It's virtually impossible. But we've seen stranger things as Ben Leggett tries to match Aron Hewson. He's getting closer, but Aron Hewson's still holding that lead battle in his grasp.
So Hewson just slipping through there, but once again, great leading. Sean Baker's killed the end next door. Okay, Barrie Lester.
Barrie Leicester.
Yeah, not a bad home.
A big shout out to right at home Parajackaroo, Tony Bonnell. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday to you, Tony, and hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.
And no one's really found their range here in the 10th end, or the 11th end, sorry. So Leicester going to have to swap to his forehand. Needs to drop a yard of weight. Close to the jack. Wants all of it now. Oh, Barrie Leicester.
That's good.
Well played.
Should be very pleased with that.
Okay, Warren Holt. Licence to arrive here. Looks to be under. Just struggling a little bit this morning, Warren. He just hasn't found his range. First in, Nathan Rice. Needs to change this. It's not a bad home, but I can't see this head staying like this. WA need to arrive. So we apologise, someone's standing in front of the camera. Wants a drop now. He's close.
Just didn't drop.
Nathan Rice sliding under. Expect Shane to get this. Arrive on the backhand. No, he doesn't love it.
So it's getting to that precarious zone again now for for WA, where they've been in this holding pattern. They need to make a move soon, and Jack East is really fighting back against Kane Nelson 9-7, but they're flying the flag solo really because Sean Baker and Aron Sherriff are scoring at rapid knots. They've only played 7 ends in that far rink, so I dare say we've had a few killed.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You just can't afford to miss these sort of shots. It's going to give Aron Sherriff first crack. If he gets his jack around the corner, it's going to look very ugly. Okay, doesn't make it any easier. Quite getting back. Still 3 to Queensland. Aron Sherriff needs to find a yard of weight.
You back him in.
Asking for it to turn.
Just not doing so.
His speed was perfect. Okay, more weight's the call. It's not going to change. It'll be 3 to Queensland.
That's massive. We tick over the halfway point and it's a 17-4 buffer now on this rink. It's the biggest lead that we have. out of any rink here. 13 shots. And that margin extends to 26 on the masterboard. Andrew Howie, it is panic stations for WA.
Yeah, if they're going to claw their way back into this, it needs to happen now. There needs to be a few bombs played across the rinks and really fire up their troops. But as it stands, sort of going through the motions, WA, they just haven't shown up this morning. That's probably one way of putting it. And Queensland have taken full advantage. Aron Hewson. Great opener. Another good one. Aron Sherriff is the Mark Viduka of lawn bowls.
Yeah, I've seen that. Or disco can be Tim Cahill. Would you say Aron Sherriff, maybe Harry Kuehl? Who's the GOAT of Australian lawn bowl soccer? Would you say? Well, Tim Cahill would be up there.
Yeah, we've had some good players.
Viduka, Schwarzer.
Yeah, during our golden era, so to speak, it was, your Harry Kuehl, Cahill, Viduka.
Aloisi as well.
Schwarzer. I think probably Cahill.
Most goals.
Yeah, Barrie Lester. He's done it again. I still remember when Australia made the World Cup, Val, beating Uruguay in that penalty shootout. As a teenager with my mates watching it, it was a great sporting moment.
Shamus said Bosnich. Not sure. He was very good. Played for Manchester United, and I think he was the only player ever signed by Alex Ferguson twice. But yeah, we played Japan the other night in a World Cup qualifier, and before that they showed the highlights from our 3-1 win in 06, and I remember waking up for that in the middle of the night when it was in Germany, and what a night it was. Back to the bowls though, and Barrie Lester looking for another one. Shamu in New Zealand, and New Zealand will get, or the OFC will get, a guaranteed qualifier in the World Cup now, so New Zealand might be able to find themselves into the FIFA World Cup finals. Be great to see.
Probably 3 or 4 to Queensland at the moment. Warren Holt still can afford to arrive. He's just put it out there. Overplayed it.
See what's happening in this this New South Wales and Northern Territory clash. NT were well up.
Yeah, Nathan Rice adds another. Sorry, Val.
They still are 37-34. Leading in 2 of those rinks. Aaron Wilson and Tristan Smallacombe, the only rink that New South Wales are holding a lead on. But Daniel Baker has come back from... Lee Schreiner has come back from 8-1 down against Daniel Baker. It's 12-8 now, so he's halved that. Mark Hall also leading Ben Twist by 4.
Yeah, great to see. NT, they're in the fight.
Halfway done, 33 ends played, so they're getting through it quickly. What a story that would be if the Northern Territory defeated the defending champions and ended that run.
Okay, interesting. He's playing weight to this head. Does not want the gap. Oh, he's done well.
As it stayed in bounds.
Done well. They've taken a risk, and had nothing in the head, and he's played and he's moved the jack out. He's probably holding 4, Val.
Five. Wowee.
But plenty of room.
Oh, it's not going to stay that way at all, but...
Nathan Rice needs to stop.
Yeah, that's in the ditch.
He won't be happy with that one.
So, again, Western Australia just give Queensland the don't argue, and they just say you're not going to get another big score.
Big shot here. Needs to nail this jack.
Shane, Giudice-Nairn, he has gone very wide here.
Just needs to turn back in now.
Blake Nairn wanting it to get back in bounds. How was the way it almost hit the next rink over?
Yeah. Has it got back in? No. Very unlucky. Perfect weight.
And this is what Aron Sherriff is going to have to flirt with here. So he's 5 down, but he needs to keep one in bounds. Which hand does he stay on here?
Oh, he definitely play the forehand. Yeah. As we've noticed, he's got probably the biggest bias bowl on the rink, so he'll have no problems drawing this shot. Already his track's really good. Just down to his legs now.
Oh, he's there.
Just wants it to stop. That is the shot.
Take a risk and go bare bowl. Try and get that 5 back. Or are you just saying, you know what, let me outdraw him?
Well, it's not as funny as it sounds, Val.
Because they need to make a score.
If he can back himself, the game's, yeah, they need a score. I don't mind that call. I'd be ripping the bowl out. Yeah, it would have to be a 2-bowl plan because you would expect Sherriff to draw it again. But
and to be able to do it twice is
now they've virtually got
difficult.
No chance of making a score other than a 1. Sherriff will draw the shot again.
The ideal bowl for Aron Sherriff is to draw it but not put one in a point where Anthony Williams can rip both out.
Yeah, be interesting to see if Sherriff is actually shot. It's a bit tricky with these camera angles.
Well,
that one is.
That's perfect. Unless he... That'd be risky, but if he goes, knocks that bowl out, hits the other one at the back, or is he just going to draw it and take the one? He might need to go for a big score. Barrie saying that's the one for now.
They've just missed a trick there, I think. He has... I don't know. He's turned both his bowls out.
We're going to have a measure. Look, I know I'm not the most experienced bowler, but I would have been going for the score then.
100%. First bowl, I would have looked for Aron Sherriff if it is holding out. Yeah, it looks like it'll be 2.
That's a disaster almost for Western Australia because that was the chance that they could have had to really make a big score and get back into the contest, and now it's 19-4 and 47-14. It's a 33-shot buffer on the masterboard.
So just a question coming through: who's the favourites for the BPL?
All 12 teams.
yeah, it's going to be near impossible to pick. Each team, we've got a lot of new players now.
I feel like the teams that have had the most consistency in terms of the ones that haven't changed, they might be the ones that you'd favour or haven't had many changes. We've seen some that have had 2, like the Sydney Lions. They've got 2 changes, and the Tweed Ospreys, they've only got the 1 change. And
it's
no changes, I should say.
And we've got so many class players coming out to the event, but a lot of these players have never played the BPL format before, so it does take a little bit of getting used to.
So the Melbourne Pulse, defending champions, they've won it twice at Pine Rivers before. The Tweed Ospreys have won 3 of their 4 events at Pine Rivers. So you look at form at the club that we're playing at, the Pirates are always sort of thereabouts. The Extreme have made 2 finals at Pine Rivers, but their outlook's a bit different. Nick Cahill coming in for his first crack at BPL at the venue. Ali Forsyth was very good the last time we were there. That was in November last year. Was about a centimetre away. And then you've got the Perth Suns, who were very close to making it through to the finals for the very first time, or the first time since BPL 12. In February's edition, they've still not won a final. Can they maybe spring some sort of a challenge with a consistent team? One event together under their belt? Who knows? But then you look at the Jets and what they can produce, the Saints, and then the Steamers, of course. The Steamers are such a formidable outfit. Barrie Lester. Aron Sherriff is a 6-time MVP of the BPL, and
great shot, Barrie Lester.
He's the one that you look at and you say, okay, when he's in a team, they're immediately one of the favourites to do well, and the Steamers with him as the skip have performed in exemplary fashion. Yeah,
they'll be hard to beat again. They're, of course, missing Ryan Bester for this event with the impending arrival of his second child.
Yes.
But Kevin Anderson, so we now call him the Mayor of Moama. He is back playing again. And it'll be Stewie White's job to keep him under control. He'll be the new coach, first-time coach. So, but Sherriff, mate, he's a great player in this format. He just comes up clutch time after time. So, but when you've got Alex Marshall, you've got Paul Foster, you've got Nick Brett, you've got Aaron Tees, Corey Wedlock in teams, it's really going to be anybody's. So, Warren Holt needs to play a big one here for his team.
So 19 for 15 shot lead here, 14 shot lead in the middle rink with Sean Baker and Blake Nairn, Kane Nelson and Jack East going toe-to-toe there, 10-6. New South Wales and the Northern Territory will bring you another update on what's happening there, because that is where a lot of eyeballs are. And New South Wales have come back by 1. It's 38-36 in favour of the NT. They lead 2 rinks, as they did against the ACT yesterday, but they went down due to a hefty defeat, 33-8. Barrie Lester's bowl still holding sway. It's probably been the more bizarre way that we've seen this green play throughout the entire competition so far, Howie, in terms of the way that the rink's handling, and the wider side and the ditch side, which has traditionally been tighter, but that ditch side is moving pretty quickly. Moving very fast, and it is turning a bit.
Yeah, we're probably finding, Val, the greens are just starting to dry out a little bit. We've obviously had a fair bit of rain throughout the course of this event, so once the greens start drying out, you will find these hands will turn more. So a bit tricky here to see who is holding. Looks like maybe the WA orange, the top of screen. Looks like the indication will be weight. Aron Sherriff here, potentially driving straight through the split between the black and orange bowl and the left of the centre line. Trying to remove as many WA bowls as possible, kill the jack. Just poked it out wide. Bit disappointed with that one. What does Anthony Williams do here? Does he just back himself to draw the shot? I'd like to see Sherriff just switch over to the backhand now and draw the shot. Doesn't need to do anything crazy. They hold a massive lead. You'd hate for this to go wrong and lose Barrie, Lester and Aron Hewson's bowl. Yeah, good call. Draw is the call. Draws a toucher, he's 2. Yeah, just running through. Anthony Williams. He's got about 8 inches to count. Does not want the jack.
One more to Queensland. Barrie, Lester, Holt.
One to WA.
Oh, WA, was it?
Yep.
I saw Lurch pick up the jack there, but yes, you're right. Apologies, viewers. So they are back on the board with their 5th end, and it is another single. So Queensland have at least been second shot in every end, 19-5. This has not been the morning for Western Australia. They wanted to get off to a good start. They will be looking to try and chip away and make things as less painful as possible. (47-15) as we near the halfway point of the overall tie. This one we're sitting at 13 ends completed, 8 to go. Gone through this at lightning pace.
Yeah, we've got a fair few quick players on this rink. Aron, Sherriff, Nathan Rice. They sort of don't mess around. Ben Leggett wants to go with the jack.
Did, and it's going to be sandwiched.
Yeah, well done.
Dare say that'll change. Someone will attack that little collection down there. Aron Hewson has been magnificent this morning. Really has led well. Pine River's very own.
He'd be disappointed with that one. Need to ensure if he wasn't getting to the head, he was just slipping past. Jack's only going to go backwards. Okay, Warren Holt.
Great to see so many people around as well, watching on. All from up here at Club Tweed, up on this viewing deck. Barrie Lester, that trademark left hand of his.
Just needs to hold on.
Is it going to?
Yeah, well played. It's better. Gives him a good look at trailing the jack now.
Will we see any sort of drama this morning? 35 shots is the difference. That's quite substantial. Certainly no New South Wales Northern Territory at the moment. That is very close. Still 2 shots the difference there as Warren Holt nailed his weight.
Yeah, it's a better shot by Warren.
Bit more maybe.
Yeah, another one, the head doesn't hurt. But Barrie Lester be looking to sort of play something similar to his first. Trails that jack down the line. The key is here not to overplay it and remove their own bowl.
Victoria enjoying a pretty good morning as well. 43-28 in the men over the ACT and 35-21 in the women over the ACT. So the women looking to try and go back-to-back. And the South Australian men lead Tasmania 27-14, and the South Australian women trail Tasmania 31-25. Very close there. That Rebecca Van Ascherink.
Oh, well played, Shane. It's different.
It
Might have
is.
made two.
Rebecca Van Ascherink leading Lainey McGorman 12-4. And in the women's action here, Andrew Howie, Western Australia, 35-24, leading Queensland.
Yeah, they're as we've commented a few times, they jumped out of the blocks early this morning, and yeah, Christina Christic holding a 18-2 lead at the moment. Is the big difference in the game. So
over Kelsey Cottrell, that's a massive result.
Yeah, Queensland going to have to dig deep there to get back in that one. Yeah, it's a good bowl here by Shane. Just covering the trail.
I think it's exactly what Victoria would be after as well. I think if they can beat the ACT, which they look like they're on the way of doing, it allows them to possibly have one little slip up against Queensland this afternoon and still hold their footing.
Well, it just means if Queensland were to get beat this morning, Victoria win this afternoon, they are in the box seat to claim the title. Obviously already dispatching of New South Wales yesterday afternoon.
That was so close as well, to lose 2 rinks and still hold on.
Good shot there by Nathan Rice. Still looks like WA holding 1 or 2. But he's given his skip a chance. Jack around the corner. But Anthony Williams first up. He'll be looking to draw a toucher here himself if he turns the front bowl. But little toucher down the line. Take the shot away from Queensland. He's under. Aron Sherriff. Yard away. Jack around the corner. How's he going here? Close. What a great shot, Aron Sherriff. And put it right behind the pack.
Sometimes you just have to sit back and watch the master in action.
Yeah, mate, the weight control for that shot is the key there. He's played 2.5, 3 feet away, trailed it around the corner for looking like 3 shots to Queensland. Superb.
So now Anthony Williams with it all to do again.
Yeah, it's not going to look pretty from the mat. He's electing to try and draw the shot. Has got his own bowl coming up to work off. He's just sort of played in between weight here. He's given it a chance and just going to run through. So Aron will switch back to the backhand here, looking to add another one. To be a good track.
They don't mind it.
Just needs... Oh,
it's just turned, hasn't
buckled hard.
It's those wider turning bowls that you alluded to. 2 to Queensland at least. And that's what it will stay at. 21-5. It's been ruthless this morning across two of those rinks. The fact that Sean Baker is at that same total for two less ends, they've just been on song. They're leading all three comprehensively. Just had one of the cameras go down, and Robbie's just going to go fix it, so bear with us. So we apologise. Robbie's just run down to have a look at the cameras so you can get a good look at the deliveries of all these bowlers. Give us 2 secs and we'll be okay very shortly. So sitting at a 39 shot margin at the moment.
Yeah, they've been relentless this morning, Queensland. They really haven't given the WA boys a chance on this rink. Courtesy of some just brilliant leading by Aaron Wilson, backed up nicely by Barrie Lester. And then the odd touch of brilliance by Nathan Rice and Aron Sherriff. They're going to have to really dig deep here to try and rally back and get a few shots.
We did have picture briefly. Did go away. We do apologise for the camera problems. Robbie's out there now. Still nothing. So we'll just bring you the 45 angle here. And we'll zoom into the head as well.
Yeah, so it looks like WA holding shot with the orange top of screen.
Nathan Rice up to the mat.
Nathan Rice draws a toucher.
The luxury that Sherriff and Rice have Aaron Hewson, as you said before, leading superbly, but then Barrie backing him up so well. How many times have either of those two been holding shot or been in the count when ends have been over?
Yeah,
so important.
That's right, Val. They've played the perfect lead second game here. If Huey hasn't been on, Barrie has. They've backed each other up nicely and really laid the platform for their back-end players. Hence why they've got a comfortable lead at the moment, 21-5. So Rice just slipping through there.
Again, we do apologise. Just trying to get the camera sorted. We'll be back to normal for the next end. Once the skips do change over, and then Robbie Allen's just working on that camera at the present time. So give us 2 seconds and hopefully we'll have this head camera sorted. At the moment, sitting at 55-16. Great to have everyone's company wherever you are around the world. It's Rinkside Live from a picturesque Club Tweed. Not many clouds. The weather today is going to be about 25 degrees. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's supposed to get a bit warmer tomorrow too, Val. So,
fantastic.
Great weather. Obviously the weekend. Get on down to Club Tweed. 4 greens of action. World's best male and female players. Australia's best. Okay, Anthony Williams. 1 down. Looking to draw the shot.
There we go. Well done to Robbie Allen down there. Not sure how to get rid of the box on the top left-hand side of your screen, but once Robbie gets back, we'll be right to go. But yeah, we do apologise and thank you for all of your patience there.
Okay, so Sherriff on the backhand. He's very close. Nathan Ross's hand's already up. Gets the inside half of the jack. What a great shot, Aron Sherriff.
Ridiculously good. And you said before that he hasn't quite found his range. These last 2 or 3 ends, Aron Sherriff is zoning in.
It's Anthony Williams. Might dislodge one of the Queensland bowls. But Queensland will be scoring again.
It's a matter of what? I didn't see the signal.
Yeah, didn't see the indication.
Was it a 1, 2 or a 3? We'll find out on the board very shortly.
It was a 1.
1, there you go. So there it is, 22-5. This has been, well, they've lost the jack here, Queensland, so have a look at the way the wind pushed that jack away from the centre line. That's what happened with the other one, so it is wreaking a bit of havoc.
Queensland scoring again next door with a 2. So Sean Baker extending his lead 23-5 over Blake Nairn. The Kane Nelson rink, it's 13-8. Kane Nelson leading Jack East. Yeah, great opening bowl there by Ben. Aron Hewson wants all the jack now. What a great shot.
I think Omar's going to need a bit more chalk spray there. That's fallen off a couple of times.
Ben Leggett, very close to the jack here. Oh, what a great shot. 2 good bowls.
Great effort.
Much better. Set the head up nicely for the WA team.
So the women's masterboard, 42-26 in favour of Western Australia.
Yeah, big lead.
That's something we didn't expect this morning. And if that does remain that way, once Victoria see that, they will be laughing. And New South Wales men have rocketed to the front. 50-38. They were down 38-36, and Ben Twist has come back. He's down by 4 against Mark Hall. Lee Schreiner now leads Daniel Baker. And the dream for the Northern Territory seems to have possibly slipped away.
Okay, chance here for Barrie Leicester. He can afford to arrive. Turn Aron Hewson's bowl through the jack. Does get down to the split. It's a good result as well. Sits the WA bowl out. Just on the high side. But he's played good weight. Well played. Looks like third shot. Very close, Warren. And a great shot. Well played.
Brilliant. Now for WA, it's all about getting shots back. Trying to get themselves into a position where they can finish as high up the ladder as possible. They know that this is... it's unlikely, very unlikely that this is going to go their way. Now it's just a matter of chipping away for the rest of the competition and giving themselves something to look forward to.
Yeah, you're right there, Val. Yep. Just want to try and take a little bit of momentum into this afternoon's clash. I think 41 shots is too much of an ask at this stage in the game.
At the moment, we're sitting at a 41-shot lead. Something that we really didn't expect. But they have been rampant.
Yeah, the game was lost in those first 10 ends, Val.
Yep.
As we commented, WA struggled to get on the board, and Queensland just from N1 have been relentless. So Rice with weight on the backhand. Hewson through the shot bowl or the jack. Oh, he clips his own bowl out clean, Val.
And now they could be lying 3 down. They are.
4.
Could it be 4?
Potentially, yeah. 3, Anthony thinks. Okay.
Yeah, I think that one to the left there at about 9, 10 o'clock is probably just out.
How does he draw a shot here with not fattening the target up? Player of Aron Sherriff's calibre. I can't see him missing this target. Okay, has that bowl stayed up? Yeah, that's the call. Sherriff, backhand. He's got 2 options. He can try and play that neat weight, land the shot bowl and stay, or trail the jack through, or he can go firmer. Does get the kill off the outside edge of the orange bowl. Yeah, it's firm. Aron Sherriff wants all the jack now. What a great shot.
Oh, wow.
Ricocheted off Barrie Leicester's back bowl. He's made at least 1.
I think they're sort of a wry smile there, because if that went in the ditch, they were holding a fair few there. And a fair few. I think that would have been at least 4.
Okay, Anthony Williams with weight. Oh, he's removed all his bowls.
It's getting ugly.
It's a terrible result. And they've also got a toucher in the ditch with Aron Sherriff. So it is 4. And in about 25 seconds' time, it's about to be 5, Val.
Can we grab a look at the head? Robbie, sorry. Thank you. Beautiful.
Does not want to hit that bowl.
Oh, no.
Oh, he'd be disappointed with that.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Still lying.
But he's
looks like 4.
He's in the way now.
Well, Anthony just played weight for the jack, so there's still a chance he can play weight down the forehand and trail the jack into the ditch.
So let's see.
I think it's more of a draw now, just arriving.
Anthony Williams. He's quick.
He's searching for the jack. He's going to be high. It's going to be another score to Queensland.
Probably a 4 again. Didn't see a signal, but looked like a 4. We'll go with a 4. If it does change, we'll update you. 26-5, and on the master board, that's ugly reading. If you're a Western Australian, it is ugly reading. 66-21. It's a 45-shot buffer. And next door, 23-8 in favour of Sean Baker over Blake Nairn, 17-8. This has now become the dominant rink. And it's concerning. They are primed for a matchup with Victoria in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what a clash that'll be. The Vic's going within sort of 2 ends of beating New South Wales yesterday afternoon. Yeah, well played, Ben. Decent opener.
And the worrying thing for WA, there's still 22 ends to complete. Only 5 here, which is the good news. But it is concerning and a half.
Aron Hewson. What a great shot. Yeah, they've got to just got to ensure, Val, they play this game right out, because as you're alluding to, it could get very messy if they don't. Yeah, the way these Queensland guys are going, still plenty of ends left.
Yeah, for overall shots up and overall rink points, you don't want to get smashed by too much. As that wind really starts to pick up here.
Yeah.
Oh, we have just... we're getting some sort of static on the cameras thanks to the wind. Hopefully dies down very shortly. And just losing it again. We do apologise. Sorry to everybody out there. The wind is quite aggressive.
Yeah, looks like it's fallen over, Robbie. I think the camera at the other end has fallen over a bit. They were mucking around with it, trying to stabilise it. Yeah, the players in the backdrop. Looks like it's just someone might have tripped it or...
So we do apologise. I think we just had somebody touching the camera as well, which definitely didn't help. So we'll get Robbie out there. He'll fix it up for us. Five ends to play here. That is what we're looking at there. So The wind is really wreaking havoc this morning. Should be pretty heavy wind today, but yeah, 66 to 21 is the scoreline here on the master board. It's not been the finest morning for Western Australia, who would have really wanted to make another indent. It's not looking like it's going to happen. We've probably got about half an hour left in this match. They're all rocketing through these, depending on killed ends. If there's no killed ends, probably about half an hour left. 1 o'clock is when we start our next session. That's the NT and South Australian women. Shirley Campbell, Lynn Hayhow, Karen Lane and Colleen Orr up against Grace, or not Grace Maloney. That has changed. We'll bring you an update there. Sharon Kavanagh, Renata Callisto and Kate Argent-Bowden. So Robbie Allen is just out there trying to fix up the camera, and he's putting a weight underneath so that it doesn't move.
The women's match next door, Val. Queensland are clawing their way back into this one.
Are they? What is it on the master board?
It's only 4 the diff.
4?
WA lead by 4.
Oh, wow.
Lindsay Clark has jumped out to a 24 to 9 lead on her rink.
Huge.
Keeping the team in it.
Was 26 to 40. Wow. And Kelsey has just pegged a few back against Christina Christic. Lisa Featherby and Chloe Stewart. It'll come down a lot to that rink as well. So Aron Sherriff and Anthony Williams sending down their last 2 bowls of the end. That's what the head looks like. We do apologise, everyone. No, it's not the best angle in this direction. Ah, thank you, Andrew McGorman there. Rachel Krebix in for Grace Maloney on that SA rink. Try and get an indication of who's holding shot. And that should be all good to go now. There we go. Robbie's got it all fixed, so that's how we're sitting at this end. Again, we do apologise. The wind is just causing problems. Aron Sherriff with weight.
Yeah, good try. Wasn't far off. 1 to WA. Very hard for Anthony Williams to get another one in here. Probably 2 inches of room.
Swooping, swooping, but not enough.
That's a great effort.
Very good effort. So 1 more to WA. They again tick up in singles. They have not scored a multiple in each of the 17 ends so far. Queensland have at least had second shot, which is mightily impressive. 4 ends to go. It's a 42 shot lead on the master board. We may have seen some updates in that time as well across the 3 rinks. So we'll try and bring you those as soon as we can. Goes to the tee there. Thanks, man. And that is...
Good opener by Ben Leggett there.
He's toiled hard, Ben Leggett. He really has. Aron Hewson's had his measure, but it's not detracted from the fact that he's just really put his best foot forward and he's really just tried to push as much as he can. Jez asking the question, do you think Aaron Sherriff has a knack of making the opposition to play at his pace? Seems from singles to fours, his matches are fast-paced. And look, that can be true because players, when you're playing someone of notoriety, you tend to want to play at their pace because of the awe that you're in of them. And that depends on mentality, how long you've played bowls.
It's a tough one, Val, because you can get stuck in that, especially when you're behind. You're sort of just rushing and going through the motions. It's just important to try and have that game awareness. If you feel you're playing quicker than you normally would, you're not taking the time on the mat, whether it's call your team in, have a group huddle, just try and slow everything down. Aaron Sherriff is one of the best front runners going around, and as we know, he's a quick player. So for those at home, if you find yourself you're going through one of those games and you're getting rushed, just take your time, go to the bathroom, pull your team in for a discussion. But I think today it's nothing to do with the pace. It's just they've been outplayed from the lead position right through to the skip. It's been a clinical performance by Queensland.
They've been ruthless, and it's the only appropriate word for it. They've only dropped 6 ends of the 17 that we've played. Barrie Leicester almost took the jack. But it's also, you look at the Queenslanders, all 4 of them have actually played pretty quickly, so that also takes time away from Western Australia because they sort of don't get a chance to breathe. And
yep.
I know in bowls you can say you can still play at your pace, but when you're on the rink it's so different because anxiety comes out at you. You sometimes forget your processes. It's like in tennis as well. They always talked about Roger Federer and how he took the game away from you because he was so fast.
Okay, Barrie Leicester just needs to drop a bit of weight on his first delivery. Still looking to try and turn Aron or draw a toucher. He's under the head.
Shane Giudice-Nairn.
He's not far away. Well played, Shane.
This is stuff they need to do.
Problem is, plenty of options for Nathan Rice on this forehand. Needs to get down to the jack now. He's gone through the hole. Yeah, it's still a good shot there for WA on the backhand. Turns the front bowl over. A little toucher of their own would be great. Okay. Try the jacks, hit the ball. Okay, that's enough for shot. Probably wasn't the way he saw it happening, but it is one to Queensland.
So margin at 43, 67 to 24. Just waiting for other rinks to update this one. Well, Kane Nelson and Jack East. I feel like we're going to be waiting for that one for a while. Updates around the rinks at the moment, around the greens. Live scores. New South Wales and Northern Territory 52-41 in the men's. So the men, 17 ends to go. The NT, they're fighting, but looks as though maybe their dash might be done. The women leading 55-23. The New South Wales women, they're on fire.
Anthony Williams, wait. Chance. Oh, great effort.
The fact that that second bowl of theirs didn't go rocketing away and it stayed behind the jack. Aron Sherriff is already halfway down. Cuts under. Good weight. Victoria, 48-28. Lead in the men's competition against the ACT. 45-20 they lead in the women. South Australia's men lead 44-31. Running weight again. Anthony Williams.
He's got the jack. No, he hasn't. Well played. Anthony Williams.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Aron Sherriff will play a similar shot on the forehand here. Looking for the WA bowl.
I think I heard the words, you've got 3 seconds. They're wide turning bowls. Aron Sherriff. Yep.
Wants to get down now. What a shot, Aron Sherriff.
You could see it happening from a mile away. I think they've made 3 there.
2's the call.
Might have just gone too far, but that is why he's done it, or why he's just been so good throughout his career.
You got a feel for Anthony Williams there. He's played an absolute ripper. Took the Queensland bowl off the jack, and then Aron Sherriff said, anything you can do, I can do better. Yeah. And he's switched to the forehand and sat WA bowls out. 2 great shots by the skippers.
So as we were alluding to, the South Australia men lead Tasmania 44-31. The South Australian women, however, they are in a lot of trouble at the moment. 59-32 down. The Tasmanian women having a wonderful campaign so far. And Western Australia's women just extending that buffer to 6. Christina Christic netting a 2 against Kelsey Cottrell to go from 19-6 up to 21-6 up. So we will have a match tomorrow morning. Barbara Green asking if we're streaming the New South Wales women. Tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m, New South Wales versus WA. Then in the afternoon, Northern Territory versus Tasmania in the men. Christian, no Doug Kelly in commentary today. Unfortunately, he's been good the last couple of times he's jumped on. Maybe tomorrow morning, who knows. .46 shot advantage to Queensland across the 3 rinks. 50 shot wins don't happen much, but looks like we could be on the cards. Still 16 ends to play.
Yeah, that's the scary thing, Val. It could get quite messy from here on in.
Would it be the case of, do you want the good news or do you want the bad news? Start with the good, and there's only 3 to play here. The bad is that there's still a hell of a lot to play everywhere else, and WA just need to chip away at this, stay mentally switched on.
Yeah, well played, Warren. Drawing the shot. To be under.
That has ended up with what Paul Holschke calls a same.
Same.
And yeah, apparently if you do the same thing, you've got to do 2 push-ups. I'll get Paul to tell Baz that. It's looking okay from Warren Holt.
He'd love to hold up for the jack here.
Just doesn't. But
well played.
The weight was spot on. lurch.
All drifting across the head here. Here we go. Is this WA's chance to get a few shots back? He'd love to draw a toucher here.
Shane Giudice-Nairn. Again, that vortex about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Haven't seen this hand turn so much all week and a half, and as you said, we didn't get any rain last night. Nathan Rice a bit more weight.
He's also under.
So that's the only bowl there that's gone past the jack for Queensland, and that's because it was just promoted. So Aron Sherriff is going to have to go a lot wider here. We know his bowls are turning, and he's found his rhythm in the last 5 or 6 ends. We've seen that. It's been glorious to watch.
Yeah.
Double.
Sorry, Val, you go.
You go.
Just going to say, Sherriff, I think you'll just give yourself a chance down the forehand. Couple of bowls to land, trail the jack. Doesn't need to go too crazy at this. I think he's under 2 based on the way this hand's turning.
Might get a little result, but no, that kept going.
Still a chance here for Anthony. Touch it down the line, he'd be line 4. And it does take the shot away from Sherriff.
Double figures for Blake Nairn against Sean Baker, but the problem is Sean Baker's on 23. It's going to turn. Doesn't want to get Nathan Rice's. Doesn't want to. Oh.
Wow.
How he didn't collect Nathan Rice's bowl and push it up, I'm not sure. Aron Sherriff now. Is Nathan Rice going to tell him here?
Sort of considering, I guess, whether to go a bit quicker. Yeah, that's the call. Kills the jack off it. Jack in the pit.
He's gone with weight, Aron Sherriff. It's very close.
Needs to get a bit of fortunate. Oh, that's not a great result.
4 down. Well, here's an opportunity for Anthony Williams to make a 5. This will be their first multiple of the match, and that'll give them some sort of respite.
Yeah, he's done it.
That is a 5th. So WA are into double figures, 28 to 11. Trims the margin to 41 on the masterboard with 15 ends to play. Just 2 here. So it is over. This rink is a foregone conclusion. They need 2 8s to even get within 1 here, Western Australia. So we know that this Queensland rink is going to get back on the board with a victory. I'll be happy with that. Very, very happy with that.
WA ladies next door leading Queensland by 11 after 52 ends. So 11 ends to play. This could be a huge win for WA. They can hold on. So just an update on the SA game for one of our viewers. The SA men lead 44-31 after 40 ends. Looks like that needs an update. Won't be far away. And in the women, it was Tasmania leading 59-32 after 47 ends.
Have we got Paul Holschke walking around with his laptop today, or?
No, he's
on?
he's upgraded to the app on the phone to do
Wow.
the live scoring. So it looks like I can see he's working on the spreadsheet. It looks like he's out there at the moment, updating all the results. Of course, all the results can be found live updates every sort of 15 to 20 minutes through the Bowls Australia website, the Nationals webpage, and there's a link to live scoring.
So it's back under 40 on the master board. That'll give WA some sort of consolation, and it's what they needed to do. They didn't want to get it to beyond 50. That's probably classified as a shellacking.
Shellacking. Yes.
Yeah, say that in AFL terms, that if you lose by 100 points, that's a shellacking. And 50, I think, insides, you can guarantee that is a pantsing.
Just shows you if you're just slightly off your game, sort of don't jump out of those blocks, Val. When you're playing quality opposition, they can really put a number on you, and Queensland have done that this morning. Barrie Lester. Wasn't far away with his first. He's just overplayed it.
It's 12 past 11 local time. Next session to start at about 1. Players will go off and have lunch, and that may change depending on how long the sessions do take. May start earlier, may start later. Make sure you just keep BA's YouTube channel on.
Okay. 1, possibly 2 to WA. Still plenty of room for Nathan Rice. Need to sit. Sliding through.
That wind just picks up again. Other results. Still nothing yet from the New South Wales women and men. 52-41 in favour of the men over the Northern Territory. So Western Australia have extended their buffer in the women's, leading 50 to 40 after 50 ends. There's still plenty of time left, but 10 shots. They are holding Queensland at bay, and with Victoria set to defeat the Northern Territory, that could be massive in the chase for the Marge Morris Trophy. So Victoria leading the ACT 50 to 37. So that means they would go 3 and zip, heading into a clash with Queensland this afternoon. Wouldn't that be a story and a half if they were to go back to back? So at the moment, looks like it's 1 to Western Australia. And can Aaron Sherriff possibly change this and maybe make it a very, very big score. There's an option there, and he's been doing it for fun. Barrie Lester likes the line that it's on.
It's a lot closer.
Aron Sherriff, has he got any bit of that jack? Centimetres. Nathan Rice loved it. Probably be one to Western Australia.
Yeah, Anthony Williams' bowl's close to counting, Val. It's just not sure. No indication from the thirds what it was.
So one multiple ends in a row here. 28 to 12. One end to play. 16 bowls to come. And Queensland's rink will enjoy a lovely lunch. I think it was one. We'll double check on the scoreboard as it does get updated.
They haven't updated it.
I think we need to word the players up maybe if they're on the stream. Just give us a shout out or really clear signals. One end to go. Aron Hewson almost perfect in the lead position. And is it one last toucher? Well, still pretty good. The guy's been unflappable this morning.
Yeah, he's played well, Val. Really laid the foundation for his team. He's been backed up well by Barrie Lester in the seconds position. And when you got class backhand players like Nathan Rice and Aron Sherriff, if you build heads, they will turn them into your favour. So, and we've seen some brilliant conversions by Aron Sherriff. But I think the game's been one up front here. Aron Hewson, Barrie Lester, they've been outstanding this morning.
Aron Hewson, that is a job well done. Apparently it's 29 to 11, so there might have been a little... They haven't updated... Well, I think we had the Queensland score one off. Might have got a 3 somewhere, so 29.
So WA and the women leading by 12.
So they've extended it again. It was just 10.
9 ends to play.
Wow. That would be massive in the context of the Marge Morris Trophy. With Victoria to play Queensland this afternoon. But a wounded Queensland is a dangerous Queensland.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like this rink. It was a wounded rink after losing to Michael Sims. And beware the cornered tiger.
Oh, Warren Holt, he's played 2 good shots here. Yeah, well played. Wonder WA. Barrie Lester will arrive down on his backhand.
Shane Giudice-Nairn just not going to have the legs. Good head of bowls in this final exchange. 17 shots the difference, or 16. Might have been 2 in the last end. Yes, it was. So it was 2 in the last end. Nice if the players actually signalled.
Okay, he's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to promote the Queensland Bowl.
Very close. Didn't.
No damage. Very hard to get a clear path to the shot bowl. Contact. No, he's going to hold.
So job done for Nathan Rice. Just the skips to go now. This match, it's been extremely quick. We'll hit it in under the 3 hours, which is very rare for 21 end game of fours. This afternoon it's going to be Northern Territory up against South Australia. That's at 1 o'clock local time. Check your local guides, and that'll be Shirley Campbell in Hayhow, Karen Lane and Colleen Orr for the NT up against Rachel Krebix, Sharon Kavanagh, Renata Callisto and Kate Argent-Bowden.
What sort of contact he's going to get? Yeah, it's okay. Another one in the area. See if we can see one more bit of brilliance from Aron Sherriff before this match finishes.
He's
needs to clear the front. He's close.
Just didn't. Oh! Well, he's 2 down now.
The 1 was the indication.
Was it? Oh, actually, Baz's bowl might be. Does look like a 2. Okay. 1 bowl left each for the skips. Might be 3 ends in a row to finish this for Western Australia, and their resolve has impressed me. They've stuck with them. They've won 3 of the last 4 ends to finish this. Could be 4 of the last 5. Unless Aron Sherriff can change things. And Anthony Williams, no connection. 1 last bowl for Aron Sherriff.
Full draw. Turning Barrie Lester's bowl.
He's going to miss on the high side. It'll be 1 to WA. They win the last 3 ends of the match and 4 of the last 5. 29-14 is the win to Queensland's rink of Aaron Hewson, Barrie Lester, Nathan Rice and Aron Sherriff. They were rampant, this team. They were wounded after yesterday. They lost to Tassie, and now they've collected a humongous win over Western Australia to set up a massive morning for the Queensland team as they push for the Ali Shield. Andrew Howie, thank you very much.
Thanks, Val. No, great to be here, mate. Another great match, and yeah, Queensland just too good.
They certainly were. It'll be huge up against Victoria in the afternoon. We'll bring you all the updates of that and what happened around the rest of the Greens this morning when we come back at about 1 o'clock local time for South Australia against the Northern Territory in Women's Marge Morris Trophy action. From Val Febo and Andrew Howie, it's goodbye for now from Club Tweed.